The old tree stood on the hill. It was gnarled and twisted. Its branches were bare like skeletal fingers. Locals called it the hush tree. They said it stole voices. No one went near the tree, not anymore. Children were warned about it. Their parents told them stories, whispered tales of people who vanished, taken by the tree, swallowed whole. The wind rustled through the dead leaves around the base. It sounded like whispers, soft and low, full of forgotten secrets and ancient, unspeakable truths. Clara was a city girl. She didn't believe in ghost stories. She thought they were silly, just superstition. When she inherited her aunt's farmhouse, she laughed at the warnings about the hush tree. A tree that steals voices? She scoffed. How ridiculous. Clara was practical. A woman of science and logic, she wouldn't let silly local tales scare her. The farmhouse was old, it creaked and groaned, but it was hers now. A place to escape the city, find some peace. She unpacked her things, ignoring the unsettling feeling growing in her gut. One afternoon, Clara went for a walk. She wanted to explore her property. She found herself drawn to the hill, to the hush tree. It stood there, stark and ominous, like a sentinel. The wind picked up as she approached. She could hear the whispers again. They seemed louder now, closer. She felt a chill run down her spine. "Hello?" she called out, her voice echoing in the stillness. A whisper came back, soft and low. "Clara." Clara's blood ran cold. It was her voice, but distorted, twisted, unrecognizable. Clara had dismissed the legend, a silly local tale, but now doubt crept in. The whispers, her name, it was all too strange to ignore. She went to the local library, researched the history of the hush tree, found old newspaper clippings, missing person reports, all linked to the tree. One article mentioned a diary kept by a young woman who lived in Clara's farmhouse. The woman wrote about the tree, the whispers, the fear. Then the entries stopped abruptly. Clara felt a shiver down her spine. The diary had to be here, somewhere in the house. She had to find it. It might hold the key to the mystery. Clara searched the farmhouse, every nook and cranny. She found the diary hidden in the attic. Its pages were brittle with age. The ink faded. She read about the young woman's descent into fear. The whispers grew louder, more insistent. They started mimicking her voice. Then new voices joined in, whispering secrets, dark secrets. The last entry sent a chill down Clara's spine. "They are here," it read. "The voices are real. They are in my head. I can't. Clara slammed the diary shut. Her heart pounded in her chest. Was she going mad? Were the voices real or just a figment of her imagination? Clara couldn't ignore the whispers any longer. She had to know the truth. She set up a camera, pointed it at the hush tree, hoping to capture something, anything. She left the camera recording overnight. The next morning she reviewed the footage. At first there was nothing, just the wind rustling through the leaves. Then she heard it, a faint whisper, barely audible. She turned up the volume. Her blood ran cold. It was her voice, whispering, "Help me." Clara watched the footage again and again. Each time she noticed something new, something unsettling. A flicker in the corner of the screen, a fleeting shape behind the tree. She zoomed in on one frame, her breath caught in her throat. There was a face, pale and gaunt, staring directly at the camera. Its eyes glowed with an eerie light. She scanned through the rest of the footage, found more faces, whispering faces. Their mouths moved in sync with the voices on the recording. They were trapped, imprisoned within the tree. Clara understood now. The hush tree wasn't stealing voices. It was trapping souls. The whispers were the cries of the lost, trapped within the tree's gnarled bark. She listened to the whispers again. This time she heard their stories, their pain, their despair. They whispered of betrayal, of love lost, of lives cut short. The tree fed on their anguish, their unfinished business, keeping them tethered to this world. Clara knew she had to help them. She had to set them free. Clara returned to the hush tree. This time she wasn't afraid. She understood the tree's power, and she knew its weakness. It thrived on fear, on silence. She stood before the tree, closed her eyes, and spoke. Not in a whisper, but in a clear, strong voice. She spoke of forgiveness, of letting go, of finding peace. The wind picked up. The whispers grew louder, angry, desperate, but Clara continued speaking. Her voice resonated through the air, drowning out the whispers. Suddenly there was a blinding flash of light. The wind died down, the whispers ceased. Clara opened her eyes. The hush tree was gone. Only a pile of ash remained. The faces were gone too, released from their prison. Clara felt a sense of peace settle over her. The hush tree was gone, and with it the whispers of the lost.